I'm Ted Drozdowski, and I'm a longtime musician and music journalist, quite a long time. And I'm traveling here with my buddy Rob, R.L. Hulsman. R.L. is a badass drummer. I'm a guitar player, and when you stick us together, we're a band called the Scissormen, and we're a juke-joint blues band, and we're pretty damn proud of that. I'm out of Nashville, and Rob is out of Atlanta these days, and we like to team up and hit the road. Lately this year, we've been taking it to the Midwest a lot. And the great thing about coming to a place like Indiana, too, is that a lot of people haven't been exposed to this music, and they certainly haven't experienced what we do live.
I really want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Like I say, this is something new, and let's hear it for the band.
Walked 119 miles, looking for a place to call my home. I don't never get an answer. They won't. Oh, they taught me so. I'm an unwanted man. Ain't got no place to call my own. Lord, it's a desperate life I'm living, and I'm so tired of being alone.
Like I said, I went down to Clarksville, Mississippi at the Hulsman plantation and seen those shanties, and I went down there for about 3 years in a row. And I said, well, I'll be damned. I said, I'm going to build something like this. We use them for the bands.
Well, it seems like everything about this place is, coming out of you. You restored the theater yourself, bought the theater yourself. You kind of answer the phones and do all the booking.
Yeah. Mop the floors.
Yep.
Do it all,
Yep.
In case you don't know where you are, and I know there are days when I don't know where I am, you're in Red Key, Indiana. You're at the Key Palace Theater. And you're listening to the Scissormen, who really appreciate y'all being here. I was thinking one night while drinking about how my life was got to stinking, about how my friends, my family too, I can't do right. No matter what I do, but something's wrong. Lord, I think it's clear. And if I can't have a life, I'll have another beer. I had a license, but I lost it. I had a job, but I went and tossed it. I had some lunch, but I lost that too. I can't do right. I can't do right. I can't do right. No matter what I do, but something's wrong. Lord, I think it's clear. And if I can't have a life, I'll have another beer.
Well, you know, when the blues started out, it was underground music, really kind of limited to plantations and small towns, mostly throughout the South, where African Americans were. And the strange thing is that after all these years, it's an underground music again. And there are these pockets where there are people who really love this music more than anything else. And to find those pockets and find those people, you've got to connect the dots, which means you hop in the van and you go econo. As Mike Watt, member of the great punk band The Minutemen, used to say, we travel econo. But, you know, whatever it takes to get there and find the people who love this music as much as we do, we're willing to do it.
Hey, Ted.
Hey, Al.
Thanks for coming down.
It's a
making
pleasure
a
to
drive
meet you.
down here to Indianapolis.
Well,
Slippery Noodle, appreciate it.
I'm really excited about being here because I've heard about this place for decades. You guys have a great reputation. I think people don't really realize how deeply the blues has been embedded in Indiana over the years. I mean, you guys were not only a stone's throw away from Chicago, but a lot of people came here to work in the factories who were blues musicians and jazz players. Record labels from here, and guys came up from the Delta and recorded. So there's a ton of blues history in Indiana.
Lots of blues, lots of jazz. About anybody that's coming through the Midwest, we do our best to try getting them to play here for us. So.
All right, hey everybody, how you doing? It's Tuesday. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We are hoping to turn you on a little bit about North Mississippi Hill Country open tune slide. There's 3 principal tunings that a lot of the folks out of Hill Country and the Delta use. There's open D, open E, and open G.
We're the oldest commercial building left standing in Indianapolis, and it's always been a bar. The bar that we're sitting at's been here since 1850, so it's got a little bit of history behind it.
Well, I've been searching for my baby. Praying, Lord, where can she be? Praying for my baby. Asking my God, where can she be? But since I pulled that cold trigger, my Lord no longer speaks to me.
Whatever it takes to get there and find the people who love this music as much as we do, we're willing to do it. When you're traveling around the country, you know, wherever you go, music has been there before you, that's for sure. And you never really know what you're going to learn about a new town like Richmond, which I've never been to before.
This is a mural of Hoagy Carmichael. In 1927, he recorded Stardust right here in Richmond, Indiana.
Yeah, which I had not known. I mean, and really, I'd known of the Jeanette label before, mostly because of the blues artist here, but I didn't know that Hoagy was affiliated with it, and really about the depth of jazz artists too.
Back in the 20s and 30s, some of the first great jazz musicians like Louis Armstrong made his first recordings here, King Oliver.
That's Hoagy Carmichael. Yep. Yeah, how far apart are the 12 feet? Okay, we must have passed somebody already then.
Oh, here we go.
Oh! All right, pay dirt.
Arr, treasure!
Who do we have here? Duke Ellington. Awesome. Ah, there we have him. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I recognize that. Yeah, that is clearly Charlie's hat. One of my favorite Delta Blues guys. Well, sitting in the moonlight in a field all alone, I was thinking about my woman, I was thinking about my home, I was thinking about the fire. Then it started to rain, and out in the distance, a little southbound Delta train.
Really, it's important to take this music to the people because it's music of the people. I think it's a really beautiful kind of sound and a beautiful earthy approach to creating music that's really easy for everybody to relate to. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter how old you are, it can just kind of reach in and grab you.
Well, welcome to the Beachland, guys.
Thanks, Cindy. It's a great place.
Yeah, absolutely one of my favorite clubs in the whole country. I've been here before with some other bands, and just
You're
a
here
great
with
room.
Tarbox Ramblers.
The room here sounds great, and it's really appreciated because you treat the musicians so well here. The food is so good, and it's a nice place to be.
We like to welcome people, and most of the people that work here are musicians, so they understand what it's like to be on the road.
Hey everybody, we're the Scissormen. We are from Nashville, Tennessee, but our music is from the Mississippi Hills and the Delta.
So playing with Ted, you got to keep an eye on him because you never know where he's going to go. He might be out on the street behind you. He might be walking the bar. You got to sometimes, at least I have to sometimes put my head down and just sort of listen and wait for that one to come back around, figure out where he is. Every once in a while, just look up, bam, there he is, and you got to go. This is the freest band I've ever been in. You know, people think of the blues as locked down, but I've never planned out a part in this band. I've never thought about it too much of this band. I just sit down and play with Ted. And we've been doing it for 10 years, and we kind of know where we're going. Where I know where he's going to go, he knows where I'm going to go. And it rocks that way.
Playing music is about knocking down walls. It's about reaching people and about reaching a part of yourself and just really being able to tell a story to everybody and have them hopefully dig it and respond to it.
It's like the other night when we were in Greenville, and the guy argues with me about what kind of music we play. He asks me, he says, "What kind of music would you consider that you play?" And I just said, "Blues."
The guy from Italy, I might add.
He was
right?
Italy, yeah. And he said, "You don't, no, rock." I said, "No, blues." And we had to kind of agree to disagree.
Well, you know, some people ask me, you got a right to play the blues.
Hey, welcome. Good to have you here.
Hey, Terry, thanks a lot.
for having
It's good to be here.
Our
pleasure.
Good to
Thanks
have
so
you.
much.
And I need to know more about this two-man blues extravaganza that you guys are carrying on here.
It's really just hardcore juke joint blues stripped down to its most basic and then kind of taken off from there.
Did you guys get a chance to spend any time in front of the blues section out here in the museum?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
It was
did.
really cool because Ted kind of walked me through some of those great guitars out there.
I actually recognized everybody's guitar when I just glanced at it.
If there's any one place in this museum where the ghost of rock and roll and the heritage of rock and roll emanates from, it's right here, because that selection of guitars there, everything from Elmore and
Yep.
on, some of them in pretty rugged shape. We don't restore them or anything like that.
Right.
They're just as we got them.
So much for being here. We're the Scissormen. We had a great time in Red Key. Thank you for having us, Charlie. Y'all rock. Be good to yourselves and keep on loving the blues, will ya? Thank you so much.